Hey guys, so it's been about a week since we moved into this house, and we've been kind of behind on videos. We're trying to keep up with doing 2 a week. Just moving into a new house, it's kind of stressful. We still don't have our stuff yet, so we're managing and working through a lot of things. The kids are starting a new school, so we're working with that stuff too. Just getting a little overwhelming with the kids not having nothing to do in the house, not having any furniture and stuff like that. And it's always the case whenever we move, but we do appreciate everybody's support. We also hit 1,000 subscribers. I know we haven't even had time to mention that, but we do want to thank everybody that's new and anybody that's still watching us. We thank you for support and for you checking out our videos and giving us those likes and subscribing to us as well. But just again, like I said, we just want to talk about all the stuff we got going on. We got plenty of stuff, plenty of videos to do. It's just with this time period right now, we're just trying to work through things that we have to get done. As far as with the house, getting the kids ready for school, like I said, and things like that. So I thank you for bearing with us again, like I said. But just to move on with what's going on in the garden, so me and Angie have come up with plenty of ideas. Right now she's out watering the garden, she's pruning some of the hydrangeas we have, and just figuring out what we're going to do in this garden. And I think we have a pretty good idea, but as time goes, more ideas are going to come up, and it's just something that we do want to journal and want to put on video for you guys, so you guys can follow along and see what we're doing here. And I'll show you the garden a little bit. Right now it's kind of chaos, like I said, and that's not what we want. We want a more soothing environment, a more peaceful environment. And one of the big decisions we're gonna have to make is getting rid of some stuff. And it's gonna be hard, especially since we call ourselves Garden Obsessions. We went to the garden center yesterday and put some pictures up there. We just couldn't get away from buying anything, but it's just the nature of what we do. And one of the plants I got was a TLC plant, and I just couldn't leave it. But we'll nurture that guy back, and we'll show you that later in a future video and show you what we got. But right now what we're going to do is we're doing some of the maintenance in the yard, trying to take care of some of these plants that we have here. Like I said, Angie went around and pruned some hydrangeas. These are our harlow car roses that we had in our front bed, and as you can see in the last video, the moving video, Angie pulled them out. We transplanted them into containers, and they did show a lot of stress. As you can see, I already pruned this one back a little bit, but I'm going to give it more of a pruning. They're pretty stressed out. They had some foliage, some started producing some buds, but it's not what we want it to look like. These shrubs should be a little bit more bushier, not long and leggy. So what we're going to do is we're going to prune it down to about right here and just let it regrow. We want a shrub-sized rose. We want that foliage, and we want those flowers to bloom the way they're supposed to. And I know they're going to do good. A year ago, almost a year ago now, Hurricane Florence came and completely devastated these harlow car roses, literally to just stems. And within a month, I'm gonna say, they were flourishing again like nothing. We pruned them back hard, and they just came up out of nowhere. Now the biggest challenge we have is there's no sunlight back here. They're sitting in a shadier spot. So it's just like I said, we're coming up with creative ideas on where we're gonna put these roses in a sunnier spot, and we'll go out there and I'll show you exactly what we're talking about in a minute. But for right now, like I said, I'm just going to prune these down about halfway and just get all 3 of these pruned, and then we'll do a little tour real quick again. And like I said, these were completely devastated after Hurricane Florence, and they came back like a champ. As you can see, that the biggest challenge about pruning this guy is probably one of the thorniest roses we've ever had. That's why Angie likes to call them our boys, kind of the protectors we had in the front bed over there. I've never seen a more thornier rose, and it gets me every single time, but it's worth it. So that's pretty much what we're going to do to this guy, is just take off any dead stuff we see and just cut it down to about right there, and this will produce some side shoots, and it'll be a little bit more bushier than what we wanted it to look like. Alright, so we left some of these blooms on. Angie told me not to remove some of them, but I just wanted to show you guys, it was already coming back. It was already showing some blooms here. As you can see, this one right here, this one already died out. And then we have another one over here that's getting ready to go. But like I said, we're going to go ahead and prune this guy so we can get a more shrubbier look to it and get it to bloom like a shrub the way we want it to. But as you can see, it has a lot of foliage. We're just going to cut it down, like I said, to about halfway so we get a nice shrubby look to it. And let's get that going then. guys, so that's gonna be it for pruning the roses. Just wanted to show you guys what we were doing here as far as getting them ready to put in a new spot and get some more shrubbery growth for them. On the way I pruned them, you know, the angles and how we protect those. If you want to learn all that stuff on pruning the roses, I'll link a video where I go into detail on how I take care of the roses after I prune them and stuff like that, and which ways you should be pruning them. But for now, let's go ahead and get to showing you the rest of the garden and what we did after we pulled everything out of the garage and what it looks like. Alright guys, so here's what the garden's looking like right now. These hydrangeas right there are absolutely loving it over here. This one right here, like I said, Angie was pruning stuff. This one had a lot of stuff that was damaged by the storm before we left North Carolina. But so far, here's everything we pulled out of the garage and how we staged the garden. Like I said, it's total chaos. Not exactly what we want, not how we want it to be looking. We want a nice soothing area, and like I said, the biggest thing right now is just deciding what we're going to do with some of the stuff, if we're going to get rid of some stuff, if we can use some of the stuff. But this is pretty much, like I said, what we got going on here. We're just trying to figure out, you know, how we're going to place it. We have some pretty good ideas for that sloped area right there, maybe terracing it a little bit, but again, those plenty of videos to come with ideas and you know, creative things that we're going to do in this garden here. But let me go ahead and show you the side of the house over here. So you can see what we did with the roses that we had. Alright guys, so alongside of the house here we have a Gertrude Jekyll rose. We actually have two of these, and one of them we place here and we're going to run it up along the fence. You know, we bought 3 of these. You know, we knew they could handle a lot of shade. Some of these roses that we got, you know, we bought them in mind with, you know, shade and sunnier areas and where we can put them. As you can see alongside the house, we get a whole bunch of sun here in the afternoon. In the morning, not so much. But here in Virginia, we got a lot of cloud coverage that comes and goes. So this is a nice spot for this rose. We thought the pink wasn't really going to go with the red house, but as we saw the other day, this guy bloomed and absolutely looked wonderful against this brown fence and the red house. Let me show you over here real quick. We have this big maple tree right here that provides a lot of shade in this area, and right underneath it, you know, we can work with maybe some hostas, some heucheras, some more shady plants. There's the other Gertrude Jekyll there that we're running up along the fence. We have one more that we're still trying to figure out where we're going to put at, and I think we can find a good spot. Here's that one more that I'm talking about. It's poking at me right now. But this one, here you go, like I said, this one can tolerate more shade, and it's absolutely looking beautiful out here. It's loving this spot. Like I said, this maple tree provides a lot of shade and you know, dapple sun, and I think that's something that's getting this rose going and absolutely looking beautiful. Here's the rest of the outside of the garage where we have the rest of the plants. Again, like I said, total chaos, but something we're going to clean up, something we're going to work through. And you know, let me go show you one more. It's a Olivia rose. This one, absolutely beautiful. Loves the sun out here. That's another one we're gonna have to figure out where to put, because that one absolutely looks like it's loving the sun. We have all of our plants out here and just trying to figure out what we're gonna do with this stuff. But it's gonna be a nice way to experiment and you know, up our gardening knowledge on more plants, shrubs, perennials, shaded plants, things of that nature. And as you can hear, the kids are in the background as well, enjoying it out here. But let me go ahead and close this video out, guys. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for the video. Showed you what we have going on and stuff like that. We wanted to put out more videos, and we're trying to work our way into getting more videos out there. I go back to work pretty soon, and again, that's going to create more stress, you know, trying to get things done around the house. But I'm glad you guys are sticking around. We're going to get to trying to do more videos consistently. We just wanted to, you know, keep you guys updated on what's going on here and what we're working with, and kind of the ideas of what we're going to do in this house. We're really excited to be here. We're really excited to get a new garden going. I know Angie is absolutely loving the weather out here. I mean, it's still humid, but you know, it's a lot better in North Carolina. We're absolutely enjoying it. In the mornings it's nice and fresh, you know, in the afternoons it's fresh. The humidity is still there, but you know, it's something we can tolerate, and these plants are absolutely loving it, and we can see that. We stuffed enough stuff to bring with us, and I'm glad that most of them made it. But like I said, we're going to work on trying to see what we have that's going to work here, what's not going to work here, what can we get rid of, what we're not going to get rid of, and we'll do all that in a separate video, like I said. But again, guys, if you haven't given this video a like, please give it a like, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.